Hi, I'm Brenda. My parents were bankers. They taught me to be modest and fair. There was nothing special about me. The only thing that ever made me stand out was my love for horses. Those amazing animals had always fascinated me, and I've been doing equestrian sports ever since I was a kid. My horseback riding teacher's name was Eva. She was a real lady, elegant and kind. I considered Eva my mentor, and I trusted her with all my secrets. Eva's husband, a wealthy entrepreneur called Omar, was her exact opposite, rude and cruel. The only person he loved other than himself was his brat daddy, son, Kareem. Omar treated his wife terribly. Kareem was part of the same club as me. I saw how spoiled he was and how little respect he had for everyone around him, even his own mother.
Mom, help me get on this dumb horse. Hurry up.
Just a second, sweetie.
I felt very sorry for Eva. She was a good person, and she didn't deserve to be treated like that. Why did I tell you about that weird family? You're about to find out. But before that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. As I said, there was nothing special about me or my life. I had no idea that soon my world would be turned completely upside down. I was getting ready for a horseback riding competition that was coming up in 2 weeks. However, there was another important date before my birthday. After I blew out the candles on my birthday cake, my parents said they had a surprise for me. I thought they'd prepared some sort of amazing gift, but I was in for a disappointment.
Brenda, you're old enough to know the truth now. We adopted you when you were just a baby. It doesn't change anything though. You're still our precious daughter.
I laughed because I thought it was just a bad joke, but Mom and Dad looked serious.
Who are my biological parents then?
The orphanage couldn't tell us that. I'm sorry.
Although that news shocked me, I was still grateful to my parents for their honesty. I tried to move on, but I couldn't stop thinking about finding my biological parents. One day, Eva noticed I was miles away during practice and asked me why I was so distracted. I didn't hesitate to tell my coach about my worries.
Oh, it's good you found out the truth. Maybe looking for your biological parents is not the best idea though. What if you found out something upsetting?
Eva thought I should just forget about the whole thing, but I refused to do that. After practice, I went to the orphanage I'd apparently been left at and tried to figure out something about my relatives. However, the teacher there coldly told me they had no right to disclose information. I wasn't about to give up that easily. I waited for nightfall, snuck into the orphanage, and found a folder with my name on it in their archive. There was no info about my biological parents in it, but I learned something else that blew my mind. What? I have a twin sister. It said she had been adopted by a family from a neighboring town. I even found their address. As soon as I saw it, I realized I had to meet my sister and then team up with her to find out our real parents. My adoptive parents always supported me. So, when I said I was going to the neighboring city to see my sister, they didn't try to stop me or talk me out of it.
Don't forget about the competition. Be careful, Brenda.
I packed everything I needed and I got on a bus. A few hours on the road and I was there. I found my sister's house. It turned out to be tiny. My twin must have been adopted by poor people. My heart was beating like crazy. Finally, I plucked up the courage and I knocked on the door. My jaw dropped when a girl opened the door. She looked like a rock star. She gave me an indifferent look and blew a gum bubble.
What is it?
I smiled and I told the girl that we were twins, and she was actually living with her adoptive parents. I know this is shocking, but now we can team up and find our biological mom and dad. My sister's name was Mia. Her reaction surprised me. Instead of bursting into tears of joy and pulling me into a bear hug, she just smiled humorlessly.
Did you really only just find out about that? I always knew I was adopted. So what? I don't give a damn if you're my sister. And I'm definitely not interested in looking for my biological parents. If that's all, get lost.
You can find me there if you change your mind.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
She slammed the door in my face, and I trudged back to the hotel. The next morning, I packed and was about to head home. But before I could leave the motel, I saw Mia.
Brenda, I'm so glad you're still here. I didn't sleep a wink last night and I realized I do want to find our parents after all. We should go right now.
It was like Mia had been replaced overnight. She was almost too enthusiastic and energetic. My sister grabbed my backpack and dragged me to the nearest bus stop. She was acting weird, but it only made me like her more. As we walked to the bus stop, she kept looking around nervously, as if she was afraid of being followed. She calmed down soon after we got on the bus though.
They're cool, they're in a rock band, and they love me a lot. You haven't seen them because they're performing at a music festival.
I'm glad you were raised by such good people.
I introduced my twin to my adoptive parents. It surprised Mom and Dad how different Mia and I were too. Still, they were nice enough to let her stay at our place. My sister and I came up to my room and I tried to tell her how I planned to find our parents. But Mia interrupted me.
We've got plenty of time for that. Tell me about yourself first. Who are you friends with?
To be honest, I'm not very popular, and I don't really have any friends.
What the heck? Sis, you should get out more. By the way, are you being bullied at school? Just let me know and I'll deal with them.
There actually was a nasty bully in my class called Steve. who was always bothering me. It's alright, I'm used to ignoring that jerk. Let's talk about our parents.
Why are you so obsessed with that? We can do that later. Let's teach Steve a lesson first. Now we're talking. Show me where he lives. Your cool sister will teach him a lesson.
Of course! It felt nice that Mia was trying to take care of me in her own way. However, I didn't like her methods at all. She wanted to break Steve's window, crawl into his room, and prank him. Luckily, I managed to talk her out of that.
Wait, that's illegal. Do you want to go to jail?
You're such a goody two-shoes. Okay, I'll think of something else.
She snorted and simply knocked on his door. When Steve stepped out onto the porch with a cheeky grin, Mia bolted boldly, declared that she was my sister, and if he kept bothering me, he'd have to deal with her.
Got it, chicken?
Yes, Ma, am.
I'd never seen that bully look so spooked before. Mia, that was awesome.
I'll teach you how to stand up for yourself.
Now that we've dealt with Steve, we can start looking for Mom and Dad. Let's go to the clinic where we were born. They could probably tell us something about our biological parents, right?
There's no need to rush, Brenda. We can do that later. I heard that your classmates are throwing a party tonight. Let's go and find you some friends.
Even though I was against it, Mia dragged me to the party of the most popular kids at school. I wanted to sink through the floor. It was so awkward. I huddled in the corner and hoped that no one would notice me. However, my sister got on with the other popular students like a house on fire. She forgot all about me while hanging out with my cool classmates. That's when it finally dawned on me. For some reason, Mia didn't want to help look for her parents. She was standing in my way instead of helping me. I tried to talk with my sister a few more times, but she ignored me. So I left the party, and I went to the equestrian club to practice some more. Once I got there, I saw a nasty scene. Omar was scolding his wife for being a poor teacher to their son. Kareem was apparently still terrible at horse riding.
I teach Kareem the same way I teach all my students, but he just throws temper tantrums.
Don't you dare slander our son. He's the most talented student here, and he'll no doubt win that competition. You should be trying harder, Eva.
Kareem stuck his tongue out at his mom, and then he got in a car with his father and they drove off. Eva looked like she was on the verge of tears, but as soon as she saw me, she beamed and acted like everything was fine.
Oh, Brenda, you haven't stopped by for a while. I was getting worried.
So, I told Eva I'd found my sister, but then she snapped out of it.
Sorry, that took me back. Don't worry about your sister. You just need to get to know each other better.
I felt worlds better after talking to Eva. When I came home, Mia pounced on me.
Why the heck did you leave the party? I was trying to find friends for you.
I didn't ask you to do that. Anyway, I had to practice at the equestrian club.
Don't even think about going to that club again. That's a dumb hobby. Anyway,
that was the last straw for me. I lost my temper too, and demanded she stopped bossing me around. We fought late into the night. The next morning, I was woken up by a call from Steve.
Your sister is a wanted criminal. Don't tell me you didn't know. You're obviously helping her hide from police.
What are you talking about? You've got an overactive imagination.
What? You think I'm lying? Check this out.
He sent me a link and I saw a bolo on Mia. Steve was right. My sister was a wanted criminal. She'd apparently smashed the windows in a mall in her city and trashed the place. What a moronic prank! I stormed into the guest room and I gave Mia a piece of my mind.
You liar. I know why you came here. It was because you needed a place to lay low. You don't care about finding our parents.
I see. You found out about my idiotic prank.
I did. And you know what? I don't need your help. I'll go to the hospital and find our parents by myself. You'd just be getting in my way anyway.
Brenda, you're making a mistake. Trust me.
Trust you? Never again fool me once.
I stormed out of the house and I headed to the clinic where we were born. Once I got there, I questioned everyone I saw, from the security guard to the chief surgeon.
Twin girls were born here 16 years ago. Please help me find out who their parents were.
Girl, who let you into the operating room? Get out of here right now.
Everyone I talked to told me to go away and that they had no right to disclose such information. After a few hours, I gave up and I was about to leave with nothing when a nurse suddenly ran up to me.
Wait a minute. Your name's Brenda, right? I was working the day you and your sister were born. I might get fired for this, but let me tell you a secret.
That woman told me that right after I was born, Mia and I had been sent to an orphanage because our parents didn't want us. And our parents' names were Eva and Omar. That was impossible.
I already told your sister Mia the same thing a couple of years ago. Why didn't she tell you?
What? Had Mia known who her parents were the whole time? Why hadn't she said anything?
Brenda, I've been putting off our search to spare you this pain. I didn't want you to know that our parents got rid of us because they didn't want us. She said that she'd come to my city a couple of years ago. After finding Mom and Dad, she realized they adored their son Kareem and didn't care about the daughters they'd given up at all. I was spitting mad and I didn't introduce myself to Eva and Omar. Then I found you and I realized we were completely different. You were standing at a bus stop and reading a book, all prim and proper. I was afraid I'd be a bad influence on you, so I didn't say anything and I just went back home.
I need some time to think. I want to be left alone. Please.
I ran out of the clinic and I wandered the streets mindlessly for a long time until I found myself at the equestrian club. It surprised me how resentful I felt. As soon as I saw Eva, I blew up on her.
You're a terrible person. You abandoned your daughters and lied to my face all these years, pretending to be an understanding teacher. I hate you.
Eva's eyes were wide as saucers. She pretended she didn't know what I was talking about, but I didn't care anymore. Exhausted, I came back home. Mia met me there.
Brenda, I've thought a lot, and I need to go back to my hometown and be punished for the things I did. But before that, I wanted to cheer for you at the competition. No matter how crazy the world gets, you shouldn't give up on your dreams. I'm proud of you, sis. I'm glad we met.
Her speech touched me to the core. Mia and I spent the night talking, and the next morning I headed to the competition. The most wonderful people in the world were cheering for me, my adoptive parents and my sister. Winning winter just as easy as breathing. Meanwhile, our brother Kareem fell flat on his face, literally and figuratively. I was hugging my family when I heard Omar yelling at Eva and demanding she help their son. Everyone's eyes bugged out when, instead of listening to him, Eva went ballistic.
You lying bastard! How could you do this to me and our daughters? I'm filing for divorce tomorrow.
With those words, Eva came up to Mia and me and begged us for forgiveness with tears in her eyes.
Girls, I didn't know about you because your father made me believe you died at birth.
It turned out Omar wanted an heir and wasn't interested in having daughters. He deceived Eva and left us at an orphanage. After a while, they finally had a son. However, Omar spoiled Kareem so much that he grew up weak and helpless.
You two are strong and beautiful. I hope that one day you'll find it in your hearts to forgive me. It was a huge shock for all of us, but life went on.
Eva left her overbearing husband. Mia went back home and did community service as punishment. We still live with our adoptive parents, but we often see each other. It took time, but Mia and I forgave our biological mother. Sometimes the three of us hung out together. Our biological father turned out to be such a scumbag. We didn't even talk about him though. Did you like my story? Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hello, my name is Moana, and I'm from Hawaii. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, what I hated most was when my parents argued and yelled at each other. And it happened a lot. But there were some moments when we'd all laugh together. Like when I turned 3, Dad came home with the biggest unicorn doll for me, and Mom baked my favorite vanilla cake. It was the happiest day of my life.
Moana, you're the best thing that's ever happened. When you were born, our world changed.
Yes, darling. You mean everything to us.
Mom worked as a secretary at a big insurance company, and Dad worked at a local store. So we lived a pretty average life. But then one day, when I was 4, Mom came home driving her boss's expensive car and told Dad that she was leaving him. Please don't go, Mom. I love you.
Oh, my baby. Tell you what, you will visit me at my new house every weekend.
I watched Mom pack her bags and drive away. And Dad was so sad. He told me that he and Mom were now separated. Months later, he took me to visit her at her new fancy house, and she was sitting with her boss, carrying a new baby.
Moana, I'd like you to meet your baby sister, Luisa.
Luisa was the luckiest little baby because her dad bought her all the toys in the world. I liked going to their mansion, and Mom would be so happy every time I visited. But soon, Luisa started crying so hard for Mom's attention that it became difficult for us to spend any time together. Once, when I was 5 and Luisa was a toddler, Mom took us to the zoo and bought us both candy. But Luisa threw hers into the raccoon cage, and then she started crying hysterically for more. She even started pulling Mom's hair, and I gave her my candy so she'd calm down and give Mom a break.
Oh, Moana, thank you so much. You've always been such an understanding child. I hope your sister grows up to be just like you.
Thanks, Mom. I just want you to be happy. Since Mom had left, Dad always tried to hide his sadness and make me laugh with his jokes and dramatic bedtime stories. And I tried my best to always make him proud and happy too. Once, in 2nd grade, Dad came to my school for a parent-teacher meeting, and my teacher, Sina, told him all sorts of nice things about me since I was the top student in her class.
Wow, I'm so proud of you, darling.
You should be. Moana is a very special little girl.
Right after the meeting, Dad invited Sina to come with us for pizza. He looked really happy around her. And soon after, he started seeing her more often. And I didn't mind at all because she was very nice to me. Once, in 4th grade, we went to the skate park together, and Sina showed me how to skateboard.
Okay, I'm not letting go of your hand until you're strong on your feet.
I think I can skateboard on my own. Look! I let go of her grip and jumped up, feeling as if I were flying. And then suddenly my leg twisted and I fell down hard. I felt dizzy, and I saw Sina running towards me as I blacked out. I was rushed to the hospital, and my leg was put through so many scans and then bandaged up. Sina couldn't stop crying.
This is all my fault. I'm so sorry, Moana.
No, please don't blame yourself. I wanted to do that on my own. Dad hugged Sina to make her feel better. And just then, Mom barged in with Luisa.
How could you let this happen?
She started yelling at Dad, and they both got into a big argument, forgetting all about me. Guys, stop! Everyone looked at me, and then Luisa came closer to my bed, looking angry.
I had a big concert today. I was the lead. But now I'm here because Mom was worried about you. You ruined my concert.
Luisa, you can't speak to your sister like that. She just got injured.
Luisa pulled an ugly face at me, and just then, the doctor walked in with some bad news. He told my parents that my leg would never be normal again. I walked with a limp, and at school I couldn't participate in any sports. But I still remained the top student in the class, and everyone was so nice to me, since I'd never had trouble making friends. And I always helped them with their homework. One day when I was in 7th grade, Sina watched how I helped some kids understand a math equation, and she was so impressed.
Moana, you would make a really good teacher one day.
Yes, I would love to be a teacher one day, just like you, Sina. Sina really cared about me, and when I was in 8th grade, Dad told me that he wanted to marry her. I was so happy for them. Dad even invited Mom and her family. This was his way of finally making peace. Just before the event started, I found Luisa standing and glaring at the big wedding cake. What are you doing here alone?
Whatever I want. This cake looks so delicious.
Yes, it is, but don't stand too close. We don't want any accidents. She smirked at me, and then suddenly, she stuck her finger out and scooped the frosting off the cake. Hey, you can't do that. But she just laughed and reached for the cake again. I ran forward to pull her away as she tried to push me off. We both started wrestling and crashed straight into the cake. Just then, Mom and Dad appeared, looking speechless.
What have you girls done?
It wasn't me, Dad. Honest. Mom surprised me when she yelled at Luisa.
I'm so tired of your behavior, Luisa. Your father has spoiled you so much that everywhere you go, you ruin things. Moana was such a good child compared to you.
Well, maybe I should tell Dad to send you back to your poor family.
Both Dad and I were so shocked at the way Luisa spoke to Mom. And after the wedding, when I visited Mom again, I noticed that Luisa was awful to Mom all the time and bossed her around because her dad gave her the power to do so.
Mom, my Prada jacket still has a stain. Get it cleaned right now. I need it for school.
Okay, dear.
Why are you so mean to Mom?
Because she never does anything right. And if she doesn't listen, my dad will kick her out.
She's our mom. Don't you love her?
Well, she loves you more. So I guess I love my dad more.
When I tried to talk to Mom about what was going on in her life, she told me not to worry and said she could handle it. There wasn't much I could do to help her. One day in 10th grade, I was studying in the school library when a boy came out and sat on the table opposite to me. I knew exactly who he was. Maui! He was one of the hot, popular guys at school and was reading one of my all-time favorite books. My eyes kept wandering to him now and then, and I tried not to make it too obvious, but he was just so gorgeous. And while I sat zoned out in my fantasy, he suddenly started waving in my face.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't staring. I was actually,
It's okay. I'm used to it. That's why I sometimes come in here to hide away from the girls coming after me. My parents wanted me to be a model because of all the attention I get.
Yes, you're very good looking. Modeling would suit you.
I actually like books and reading. I don't like being in the spotlight.
I was so surprised because I always saw him surrounded by girls. I was never after him because he was way out of my league. But after meeting him in the library, we actually became good friends because we had so much in common. One day, he asked if I'd like to see the latest Disney movie with him. And I was so excited that another kid in school liked that kind of stuff. We even dressed up like the characters and had the time of our lives. I'm so happy to finally have a Moana partner.
Me too. You're such a cool person to hang out with.
He looked deep into my eyes, and then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked because it all felt like a dream. And then I looked down at my leg and started doubting myself and wondering if any of this was real.
Hey, what's wrong?
Maui, you're like the hottest guy on this planet, and there's so many pretty girls without any issues like mine. So why me?
There's nothing wrong with you, Moana. You're perfect.
Maui liked me just as I was, and I learned to love myself with my brokenness. Life at school felt great, until one day, Mom called me with some surprising news.
Honey, Louisa will be joining your school. She got expelled from her fancy private school because she was bullying kids.
But Mom, she won't fit in at my school.
No other school will accept her. Please look out for her and show her around. Maybe she can learn something from you.
The next day, Louisa walked into my school wearing a pink fluffy coat and black shades. Just as she approached me, a group of girls snuck up behind her and spray-painted her coat.
What is wrong with you fools? This is Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my gosh, you ruined it.
The girls went ballistic and lifted her off her feet.
What did you call us?
Put me down.
When I told the girls that she was my sister, they let her go.
What is wrong with the people in your school?
This is not one of your fancy schools, and all the newbies get spray-painted. It's tradition.
That's why I hated the idea of a public school. Poor people have no class.
Ugh, she was such a snob. While I was showing Louisa around, we bumped into Maui, and he kissed me before running off to class. Louisa looked at me, stunned.
Oh my god, how did the hottest guy in school end up with you?
Why? What's wrong with me?
Everything! You're boring! You dress like a granny and you have a broken leg.
You're just a very ugly person inside and out, Louisa.
I'm going to steal him from you. Watch and see.
I wasn't threatened by my stupid sister. After school, when Maui walked me out to the gate, Louisa ran after us and slipped her number into his pocket. Before I could say anything, Maui spoke up.
Louisa, what's wrong with you? I'm with your sister, and I'm crazy about her. Please, just stay away from me.
I smiled widely as Louisa turned red. And just then, Sina came to pick me up. We had to wait till Mom came for Louisa, and she yelled on the phone at Mom for being late.
Hey, you can't speak to your mom that way!
Mind your own business, lady. You are not my stepmother.
Louisa was just out of control. I decided I was done with her. I completely ignored her for the next day at school, and during recess, she insulted some girls by calling them poor, and they all surrounded her, but I didn't run to her rescue.
Hey, aren't those girls hurting your sister?
Yes, but she can't control her awful mouth. Whatever happens to her, she deserves it.
Yeah, but she's still your sister.
Maui always had a way to make me think twice, so I stepped into the circle of girls and found my sister crying.
Moana, please tell them to bring back my bag.
Not until you promise to change your ways, especially how you speak to Mom.
I promise. Please, please save me from these mean girls.
It's not so nice when it's done to you, right? I told the girls to leave my sister alone, and then she joined me and Maui for lunch. And to my shock, she actually apologized for being a jerk.
I'm really sorry, Moana. I've always been mean to you and Mom because I always felt she loved you more. But today, when those girls were mean to me, I felt what it was like to be the weak one. I've hurt so many people already.
Well, it's never too late to change. Later that day, when my stepmom and Mom came to pick us up, Louisa apologized to both of them too. And then Sina told us some thrilling news. She was pregnant. Oh my god. What? I'm gonna be a big sister again.
That baby's lucky to have you, Moana.
And you, Louisa, will be the best big sisters ever.
Hi, I'm Prisma from California. Please like and subscribe. My sister Juliet and I were born to freakishly rich parents who adored and spoiled us at our lakeside mansion. Even though Juliet and I were twins, people always seemed to compliment me more for my pretty blonde curls and blue eyes.
Look at this beautiful child. She's God's gift to humans.
Of course, both of our daughters are adorable.
Oh, that one's yours too. I never would have guessed.
See what I mean? This didn't change even after we grew up. Over time, Juliet started noticing it too and became extremely competitive, especially when it came to dancing.
Look at Prisma's move. She's so adorable.
She'll make us proud one day.
What? She's dancing like a frog who's holding in a fart. How can you guys be so blind?
I admit Juliet was better than me, but I wasn't so bad. And everyone, including my parents, seemed to agree. But every time they praised me, Julia's butt would light on fire. Not that I cared. I loved the attention. Over the next few years, Juliet and I grew further apart, and by the time we were 16, we were pretty much strangers living under the same roof. She got into dancing, and I fell in love with writing. Things were fine, till one day, Dad lost all his money in stocks, and we had to sell our estate and move to a tiny apartment. Worst of all, I had to share a room with Juliet. Seriously, Mom, I need my privacy. You know that.
It's just for one night. We'll buy you a mattress in the morning, and Juliet can sleep in the lounge.
No way. I need my own room too. If she gets one, so do I.
Please don't be so melodramatic.
Before Juliet could argue more, Mom left. Juliet tossed and turned angrily, but finally fell asleep, and I did too. But a few hours later, I woke up to her screaming,
Ew, I can't believe you still do that.
I felt horrible as I realized the bed was all wet. I had a condition where stress could sometimes make me lose control over my bladder while sleeping. That was my secret. And now, Juliet knew. Shut up, Juliet. It's not a big deal.
Who would have thought Miss Perfect needed diapers? It's a huge deal. And now you'll do what I say if you don't want anyone at our new school to find out.
You're an awful person.
You don't say. I worked so hard to be this awful, so thank you. For the first time in years, I get to dominate you.
I gave up the room, and Juliet promised to tell no one, but it was so hard to trust her. On our first day of our new school, Juliet and I could feel all eyes on us as we entered, and I heard a few kids whispering about our branded clothes and bags. That's all we had from our life before.
Look at them. They all look. This place is yuck.
Don't say that. It's the best Mom and Dad could do.
You don't have to kiss their butt now they're not around to hear you and pat your back. Anyway, I'm off. Good luck getting through a year in this dump.
Such a brat. Thank God we were in different homerooms. But it was kinda true. The school wasn't half as fancy as my private one back in Malibu. Kids were louder and meaner, and even the teachers didn't seem to care. That day, as I walked back home, I missed my old life and prayed something could magically put everything back in place. I guess God was in a happy mood, 'cause the next day, Juliet gave us the best news we'd heard all week.
I auditioned for the role of dancer in Superstar Karen's next movie. OMG, this Karen doesn't age. I should get her doctor's number. I know I'm, super pretty, but I can be prettier, so why not? Anyway, I got a call back for the second round. How amazing is that?
That's so cool. You totally deserve it.
Stop pretending. I know you're probably just burning inside. Get ready to beg for my autograph.
Geez, relax. Don't be so overconfident, okay?
No one is as good as me. There. This rolls in my pocket. Anyway, I have to practice, so I'll see you guys around.
I was genuinely happy for her, but I just wished something could turn up for me too, especially after I saw how Mom fussed over Juliet. It made me even more jealous than I'd like to admit. Juliet's audition was in a week, and Mom decided it would be a good idea to tag along and cheer her on, despite her protests. The set was huge, and I felt like I'd entered a TV or something. Just then, Karen walked in, looking like a vision, and everyone fell silent. She looked even better than her movies. This woman was a goddess.
Okay, let's get this movie started. Wait a minute, who are you?
I was so lost in admiring her that I didn't realize I was standing in the middle of the scene. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just...
No, go back. Could you dance for me?
Oh, I'm not really here for that.
Just give it a try, please.
She signaled for the music to start, and I did what she said. To my surprise, I enjoyed the attention on me, and the camera didn't make me feel nervous. After I was done, Karen took me to her office.
Okay, so I'm gonna offer you a deal. $1 million, and you sign the movie now.
But I've been so out of touch with dance, and my sister's way better. You should give her a chance.
I don't know who your sister is, but no one here is as pretty as you. And I could always train you. Think about it. It's either you or some other girl, but not your sister.
Karen handed me her card and left. And when I turned around, I saw Juliet fuming at me. And when we reached home, she went bonkers on me.
How dare you? This was my chance to shine, and you snatched it away. I hate you.
Listen, I know how this looks, but I didn't think this would happen. And she told me she wasn't offering the role to you anyway. So it's a good thing I got it. We could use the money.
You'll make up anything to justify how selfish you are. If I don't get this role, you can't have it either. And if you take it, I'll make sure you regret it.
Don't threaten me like that. If you were good enough, she wouldn't have chosen me. Okay? Think about that. I knew how Juliet felt, but it was a 1 in a million opportunity. The money would benefit all of us, and it wasn't like she was getting the role. So why couldn't I have it? The next morning, I went to Karen and signed the deal. When Juliet found out, she lost her mind and screamed for hours. But I knew I'd done the right thing for my family, so I ignored her. A week later, we started shooting, and working with Karen was a dream. She was the sweetest. But for some reason, no one else on set agreed with me. One evening, after a late shoot, we talked, and I told her my whole story.
Oh, darling, I know how you feel. I come from a poor family too, and I made my way up.
Really? That's so inspiring. I felt so special because she confided in me. But the next day when I met her, she totally blew me off. And soon, she started showing her true colors. She treated me like her servant, and I was stuck getting her coffee and salads, and she kept criticizing me in front of the whole crew during shootings. I decided to talk to her. But soon we started with promotion interviews, and there was never a good time. During one interview, the host asked me a bunch of questions, but Karen kept butting in.
So what do you love most in the world?
Well, I love
dancing and me, of course. She's my biggest fan.
Yes, but I was saying that my parents
are so proud of her. I took this poor girl under my wing, and now I'll make her a big star. Isn't she lucky?
Karen didn't let me say anything, and the next day, everybody was talking about her big heart. No one was talking about my talent. Great. Now people think I'm some charity case.
Don't overthink it. Of course you're talented, but everyone likes a good sob story. Just go with the flow.
I tried, but it kept getting worse. Everyone wanted to know more about how I became famous, and even started bothering my parents to get their answers.
Are you really poor, or is this just a publicity stunt?
How does it feel to live off your daughter's money?
Well, it's my money to begin with, so I feel betrayed.
What the heck are you doing?
Telling the truth, helping the media. I'm being a responsible citizen.
I dragged Juliet away before she said something to make the situation worse. And a few weeks later, we moved to another place. Lately, the stress had been so much that I was wetting the bed more frequently. I really hadn't expected things to be so hard. A few days later, I was going through the script when I heard noises coming from Karen's office and peeped in to see the writer of the movie crying.
You can't do this. You promised me a better amount for my story. That's why I gave the script to you.
Oh, cry me a river for changing my mind. This is my last offer. Or, I can break your career faster than I break hearts.
But it's not enough. You know how much this story means to me. And I'm knee-deep in debt.
Not my problem. You want the money or not?
The girl left crying, and I entered the room to have a word with Karen.
Stay out of it.
But it's not fair. You can't just take away her hard work and not even pay her well for it. It's just wrong.
Really? Have you forgotten what you did to your own sister? She was the better dancer, and you didn't even flinch before taking her place.
That was different. It was me or her.
And you chose you. You and I are more alike than you think. And time you go snooping around in my business, know this. I will fire you.
You can't do that. I'm the face of your movie, and people would crush you for firing the poor girl.
Darling, everyone is replaceable. Ask your sister.
Karen's words hit me like a hot slap. And for the first time, I thought how unfair I'd been to Juliet. I had to make it right, and I started with dropping an anonymous tip to the media about how Karen exploited her staff. The news blew up like a volcano, and Karen faced bad backlash. She knew I'd leaked the news, and I was fired on the spot. But I couldn't care less. All I wanted was to make things right. But Juliet was still ignoring me, and I couldn't blame her. How one morning I walked into her room to talk, but she wasn't around. And seconds later, I heard Mom scream. What? What happened? Mom pointed to the TV, and Karen was standing with Juliet and calling her my replacement. What? I was still reeling with shock when Juliet walked in. Juliet, I know I'm probably the last person you trust, but working with Karen will destroy you. She's just using you to teach me a lesson.
Fine by me. You do need a few lessons. Like, you're not the only dancer in the world, and I'm far more talented. Heck, if people knew your little secret, you wouldn't have even made it this far. Now stop being annoying or I might tell it to the press.
The industry runs on gossip. Sure, people will talk about me for a few days, and then what? They'll forget about it. But working with Karen will make you miserable. Don't do this.
I'll do anything I want. Now get out of my way. I have a plane to catch.
Despite my parents' pleas, Juliet left and we didn't hear from her for weeks. Slowly, I got back to my studies and managed to pass my high school. But we were running out of money, and I needed something to keep afloat. So I decided to apply for small roles in movies. A few days later, one of the old writers on Karen's set called me and said she'd recommended me for a role in the movie based on her script. It did well, and I started getting more offers. Slowly, the money started rolling in, and we moved to a better place. I even saved up enough to put me through a writing school, and things were fine, except Juliet was still in the back of my mind. And then one day while I was leaving for work, Mom came running in.
It's Juliet. She's in jail.
What? Mom told me that Juliet was involved in some embezzlement scandal with Karen, and they'd been arrested. We went to the police station with a lawyer to bail Juliet out. My parents seemed to forgive her instantly, but I was still mad at her.
Prisma, there's a lot I need to say, but I don't know where to start.
How about sorry or thank you?
I am really sorry. I was blinded by all the glamour and a chance to be better than you for once. Karen treated me just like you said, and she'll get powerful lawyers and get herself out of this mess. But I'm stuck in it now. You don't have to believe me, but I'm innocent.
I tried telling you she's a witch, and I think I do believe you.
Do you think you can forgive me? I will never even mention the word diaper in front of you.
Shut up! I'm better now, and it might take some time to fix things between us, but let's get this mess sorted first. And I'm happy to have you home.